There we go. We're live now. This is the Home Profit Coach. We're going to talk about an important topic. I've been listening to some of my motivational stuff that I listen to in the morning when we talk about hunting and gathering. As I've talked about in my series of videos that I've been doing on live, the Facebook police put me into until 6:24. I can't post until 6:24. So you won't be seeing this on Facebook until 6:24. No big deal. Whatever. Who cares about Facebook anyway? They have their own agenda, whatever. It don't matter. They ain't gonna stop the Home Profit Coach from educating the masses. Guess what? Because they can't stop me anymore. It doesn't matter. But it is what it is. We ain't worried about that. They ain't gonna stop us, baby. Ain't no stopping us now, as they say. So, well, a little bit about myself. I've been marketing for quite a bit. But what I was listening to is where marketers are failing. This gentleman, Eric Warrior, was interviewing one of the largest successful direct selling organization trainers. I have to look it up and stuff. I can't remember the guy's name, who he was and stuff. And he was talking about where a lot of the direct sellers were having issues with how to build relationships. So are you a hunter or a gatherer? And what we're going to talk about there is, and I've done this, I'm guilty of it also. You don't know when you're coming into a business, you're thinking about, oh, it's about the products, it's about the products, about the products. No, people, it's not about the products. First and foremost, it is about building relationships. Can I stress that enough? It's about building relationships. It's about you connecting with that potential client. It's not about your products and services. They need to trust you. It's not the other way. Remember that. I see people pushing their products and services. Oh, Home Profit Coach, this is the less thing since sliced pie. I don't care if you're Papa Smurf. You need to build a relationship with me first. You need to gain my trust first. And that takes a lot. Trust me, it takes a lot. Then I'll look at it and give my honest opinion of it. Because I don't join every Dick, Jane, and Harry's program. I don't have time for it. I don't need it. I have what the Home Profit Coach has. These programs work. 25 years, the Home Profit Coach's business has been in existence, helping people using nothing but graphical landing pages. We provide training for our members to help those who fail at building relationships. Relationships, right? We are part of the Home Profit Coaches family. And then I partnered with the company Genesity as an independent gold affiliate member. I'm part of that family. I'm using the services that World Profit or the Home Profit Coach has provided me for the last 10 years, coming up in December, to build a list of over 92,000 people using nothing but graphical landing pages. I'm using the concepts I learned at World Profit to build my Genesity business even bigger. So, duh. But what I'm seeing is there's still marketers using the old-fashioned way. Can you check out my products and services for me? I don't know who you are. I need to first build that relationship first. Understand, I'm trying to teach you, you need to build a relationship first. I'm not just going to share you. It's like, can you check out this product and service for me first? I don't know who you are. Where did you come from? The thing of it is that we need to stop the madness, people. You need to understand that the industry already has a bad rap for people pushing products. You need to first build relationships. Relationships. The R word. Relationships. It's relationships. It's like when you're in a relationship and you're serious about who you want to be with. It's the same thing when you build a relationship with God. As you continue to get into God's word, you get closer and closer and closer and closer. And you want more and more and more of what God's word has for you, right? And so you want to have that spiritual milk come into you and that the word become part of you. And then you want to tell people about it. You want to be able to express that to people. And that's what I try to do when I am telling people about my business. I show compassion. I build that relationship with the business by seeing what I call it the why factor. I talked about the why factor. People have to have, their why has to be big. Why do you want to have a home-based business? Tell me about yourself. You need to build a relationship. What's your favorite sports team? Whatever that is. Whatever your icebreaker is, get to know the person. Don't try to sell the person. The products will sell themselves. Don't worry about that. Let the website and all that stuff do that themselves. That's what has allowed my companies at Rural Profit and Home Profit Coach thrive. At Genesity, we have webinars where people can let the webinars do that stuff. I don't have to tell people about products. If they have questions, I've got a brochure that I give out to people. Here you go. I can explain it. This is what I do. I can do a demonstration. Here's our beacons. Here's this. Here's our CBD oil. I take this. Okay, cool. Here you go. Boom. Off to the races. Next. But people will buy from people who are sincere, honest, and they don't BS a person, okay? It's about relationships first and foremost. So marketers, if you're listening, the Home Profit Coach is teaching you lesson number 1. Relationships, relationships, relationships. It's just not in business, but at your job. It's about relationships. It's about a team synergy. And if you are good at relationships, you'll be good at your job. You'll be good at being an evangelist. You'll be good at spreading the word. You'll be good at anything that you do. You'll be good at public speaking. The thing of it is that God gives us a gift. We all have different gifts, right? God's given me a gift to use technology to reach people. He's given me the gift to be able to change lives by using technology. And my God has given me the gift to be able to reach people and the ability very soon to be able to reach the potential 30 million people on the Now TV network. Now, I just downloaded the Now TV network, the one where my good friend Duke White, which I'll share the link. We're broadcasting now using the beacon technology. And when Duke gets his beacons that he ordered from me on Sunday, when we sat down and synergized at Barnes & Noble, it was very exciting. What's going to be going on when the first showing comes on Roku. I downloaded it yesterday. I love what they have. I mean, they've got, you can get a Roku, right? And get a bunch of, all kinds of free channels and stuff like that. They have nothing but different pastors across the country speaking God's word. But these are just regular people like me and you. And of course they have, the big pastors, Billy Graham, and they got all kinds, and they just have great messages of hope. We're going to be on that platform at the Real Life Duke White and here at Hampton Roads. And guess what? The Home Profit Coach as a sponsor and as sponsoring the ministry of what Duke's had for over 20 years is here to help him get to that platform right there. And it's because of God's grace that he's allowed me to connect with him in his ministry and to help him grow that ministry. It's going to help not only the ministry grow, but it's also going to, I believe the blessings is going to help my businesses grow too. And it's amazing that we can use technology because I'm also eventually going to be a special guest. And the cool part of it is too, see, this is the relationship part, baby. The relationship part is when I was in the military, I got to be able to teach young sailors. One of the things I always wanted to do was command financial specialist. And God gave me that gift of discernment to be able to got an opportunity to be able to be a command financial specialist, which was teaching sailors budgeting. And I got to be able to go to a whole week school on that and be able to teach them the value of money and to be able to do that. And the first book that I got was Dave Ramsey was given to me by my mother-in-law and father-in-law before we got married. And I was reading that and stuff. And I already had done, I was, investing for a while prior to that, started off with government EE bonds, and I moved up to money market funds and stuff like that. And then I moved up to mutual funds once I got my initial re-enlistment bonus and stuff. So I was already investing in the market and continue to invest in the market. But what I've learned along the way is that as I add on to different things, God has allowed me to be able to prosper with Him allowing me to be a steward of those valued items that He's allowed me to be a steward of. I mean, the time, the talents, the money that He's allowed me to, whether it be a 401k, whether it be IRAs that He's put me a steward of, right? So I've been blessed to be able to do that and give to our church, do your tithes as you're required to do to be able to spread the gospel. Because see, the tithes don't go to the church, tithes go to God. And then that money is sent overseas to spread the gospel even further. And then it also helps the local community to help those in need. And see, one thing that I want to share is that there are so many people in need in our local community, just here at Hampton Roads. One of the testimonies that I shared with our life group in our class was that there's one gentleman 2 weeks ago, I got introduced to Raymond. He came here 8 months ago, almost 7 months ago. And I was just, I was always passing him on Kempsville and Centerville in the corner at the Walgreens, and he was the guy with a bucket. I always seen him driving past me when I was driving my SUV, my Tiguan, a Volkswagen, going to work. And he's always driving past me on his bicycle. And I'm like, what's this guy doing and stuff? And then I saw him on a corner, and he's panhandling, right? He's homeless. And I found out from I asked the Walgreens people on a Sunday, it's like, what's up with the homeless guy on the corner here? Have you guys talked to him? I said, oh, he comes in and buys, food here occasionally, but we don't really talk to him. I'm like, But what happened was, when God calls you, when you hear that voice inside you and says, go talk to him. People would say, huh? Go talk to him. Yeah, I went to go talk to him, introduce myself, who I was, and asked him, can I do something for you? Can I get you something to eat? Got him something to eat. Got to realize, what his story was, where, he got evicted, not evicted from his home, but there was a dispute in his home and stuff. A family member or somebody stabbed him. He showed me where the stab wound was in his stomach. He came down here for a better opportunity, working in landscape at the time and stuff. And his work's been sporadic. He's living at a studio something hotel in Chesapeake, where I know where he stays at, sporadically to, take showers and stuff. And then he's, panhandling when he can while he's trying to get an ID to really get a legitimate job. So he's been doing that for a while he's, still struggling. And we, as a body of believers, as a community, are blessed because we have a roof over our homes. We have 3 square meals. But when you think about it, we could easily be in that situation. So I shared that testimony, and I didn't realize how that would touch some people in our in our life group, what we call Bible study. It's called life group because it's a lifelong journey. We call it life group in our church, First Baptist Church in Norfolk, the Belleville location, which is right down the street. So there was, there's some. But the thing of it is that we've had multiple members that have talked to this individual, found out he goes on Wednesday nights, he goes to Atlantic Shore Church. But we could easily be in that situation. I shared that with him. I said, I served in the military. Yes, I've been blessed. I have elements being a disabled vet, but I deal with those. I deal with faith, and the stuff that I deal with on a daily basis is because God's allowed me to go through these trials and tribulations, and I could easily be in the situation where we're at. So this is a way of me giving back to you and to encourage you. Can I pray over you? Gave him a hug, and just encouraged him and stuff, and just staying in contact with him, just encouraging him, and just saying, is there anything I can do for you? and just loving on a fellow human being. That's what Christ wants us to do. If you see somebody, it's not about what kind of car you drive. It's not about what kind of, how you dress going to church. You could easily be that person on the side of the street begging. So remember this message. It's all about relationships. It's about connecting with your fellow human being. It's the same thing in business. You got to understand about connection. Connecting in business is the same thing about connecting in life. We are all connected one way or the other. Doesn't matter whether you're religious or not. In network marketing, it's all about connecting. It's about connecting and creating that synergy. And when you get that synergy going, you get those juices flowing, dude. It is it's a beautiful thing. You see it. And then when you see the blessing coming in, because when I'm up there live streaming for the Home Profit Coaching for my fellow members at my business that I've been part of, a World Profit, when I see that sale coming in for a fellow member and I see that's the first sale for that person, and I get a thank you email saying, thank you, Howard, for closing that sale. That is a blessing for that person, because that means that person's working hard for their family. And that's that relationship, because they make money and then I make a little money on the side for that sale, and I get free traffic to help that person. And that's what community is about. And that's why it's been successful for 25 years, because we have live streaming volunteers that help build that community. So with that being said, it's all about relationships. Jesus built relationships without even using technology. He used the gospel. He used his story. He used flawed people. He used, think about the people he used. He's using us every single day. So think about the relationships that you build every single day. The things that God can do in your life, the things that everybody can do when it comes to the people that you meet, the people that that you get to, the things that you get to experience, everything. It's awesome. It's awesome, because the people that I got to meet over the years, the people that I continue to meet, guess what? It's one of those things where you get, it's just one of those things where you like, wow, you just like, what is, it's just, it's one of those things where you look at it and you like, how in the world did this just all happen? And it's coming to fruition. It's one of those things where God works, as they say, in mysterious ways. That's Duke's site. If you wanted to know more about the show, you can go on his page. If you don't have Roku, you want to know about the NowTVNetwork.org, you can go on there. It's more information. Scroll down the page. We're excited about it because we have our first live showing here in Hampton Roads, September 13th. We're going global with this thing. I'm excited about the role that the Home Profit Coach is going to help with it. We are so blessed to be able to share this opportunity, not only with Hampton Roads, but going with here in the United States, and the viewership that's going to be going global with this thing. Because think about how many people are on cable television that get this message of hope, this message of pure love, and also the potential, to help people. Because as I said, I love what I do in the network marketing world. Also, I posted my page for my Home Profit Coach. I'm also going to post some links here for you. In closing, we do have a webinar going on, some specials going on right now. If you do want to save a ton on your Energel, we do have a special going on there. At least if you want to save 45% on your bill, you better get to that webinar. We've got a special going on there. I also have the details in. I will share that out also on this. It's exciting. The webinar is on that blog that I'll be sharing out as soon as I can get this thing up. I love my computer and technology. But the webinar is at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It does fill up very, very quickly, people. Very, 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 very quickly. We have limited space. As soon as this thing decides to do what it does. So let me go here, this. As I'm waiting for it to come up, just bear with me. I'm excited about the opportunities that are coming forth. It's a blessing to be able to share the passion and the love that not only Genesity has, but the opportunity for it to change lives. You know, Genesity, we're celebrating 3 years, but it's awesome. It's awesome what Genesity is doing with innovative products. These products are going to be changing the consumer. Let's just say it's going to be saving you money. Let's just say that. Okay, so the blog is right there. If you click on that blog link there, I'll also make sure that I get you your information too. And the thing you want to do is the information's all there. Gen Energy is. I'm going to give you the live webinar. It's right here. Don't want to miss this live webinar. I'm going to make sure once I do get out of Facebook jail at 6:24, I should be out of Facebook jail. Get to that link right there. Tuesday, 8 p.m. tonight, Genesity Opportunity Webinar. Bring guests. Go to http://megaglobal.events.com. Make sure to remove the spaces when entering. It's going to be awesome, people. It is going to be awesome. It's my pleasure to be able to share this opportunity with people. The different products and services that are coming down the pike when it comes to the business that I'm building with my business is completely awesome. It's just thing. So I'm gonna, in closing, I wanted to thank you for listening again to my webinar. I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna link these. I'm gonna put my different products here. I'm also gonna give you a link to my power line. I'd like to show you where you can join for free. Check out what Genesity is all about. And start earning money too. That's the cool part about Genesity is you can start earning money as a free member. I have a complete system here to help you. I'm all about building relationships first and foremost, but we do, on that blog up above, we do have a special running to get your Gen Energy. There's a video built into that blog. Watch that video, be blown away. If you can't make the webinar, put your special order in. Make sure that you know that the referrer is Howard Martell. That's Howard Martell. My phone number is included on there. If you have questions, I'm putting my order in this week. Guess what? I'll be doing videos on it, telling you how much savings I will be getting. And guess what's also coming out? A residential program so you can also sell to businesses. That's just a little secret. So that'll be coming on up too. We're excited about the opportunities, the relationships that we're going to be able to build with Team Gold, Howard Martell, home profit coach, motivator, a man of God, person that loves to build relationships, a person that's excited about the opportunities that's coming forth as we are coming closer to the launch of his partnership with the Real Life with Duke White coming up. As I said, all these links are going to be on the live streaming. It will be posted on Facebook. but also it will be there for the world to see. God bless. Everybody take care.